Hello beaders, welcome to Beachside Bead Boutique. My name is Jerry. Today I am super excited because I have Bargain Bead Box here. So we are going to be unboxing the February edition of Bargain Bead Box, and there is always good things in Bargain Bead Box. Every single month I have never been disappointed. So I say let's open this up and see what we got, and also stick around to see what I design from the contents of this box. So first, let's see what we have here. We have Fairytale Romance. That is so exciting. I mean, this is February, so of course we need a little romance, right? So let's dive in and see what's in here. Okay, first I will tell you the estimated retail value of this box is $107.77, and you only pay $25 a month for a Bargain Bead Box, and that includes the shipping, and it's always jam-packed full of gemstones and beautiful beads. A lot of times the bead caps, spacers, special beads, pendants. I mean, just a different, just different things every single month, and it is geared to a special theme every month, a different theme. So this theme it is, or this month it is Fairytale Romance. And I see a lot of pinks and peachish colors. So that's perfect for the season. So let's go ahead and see what's in here. Super excited. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get everything organized, and I will be right back, and we will reveal the items in this month's box. Okay, beaders, so first let me start off by saying that there are 23 items in this month's box. And like I said, you pay $25 for a month. So it is definitely worth the value, and there is always, always beautiful things in this month's box. And this month is no exception, because just a sneak peek of getting everything ready, it is definitely beautiful, and you are going to be excited to see this. So first, we have 48 by 28 millimeter rhodonite and brass marquee pendant, a $6.99 value. And that is so pretty. I love the brass color of the metal. And look at that stone. It's super pretty. That brownish pink. Very pretty. And it looks very pretty with this color metal. I really like that. And that's the back. So even the back is pretty. I mean, just a nice, design. Very pretty. And next we have 30 by 19 millimeter Unikite and brass teardrop pendant, a $5.99 value. So already this is 2 pendants in this box. And oh wow, that is so pretty. Again, with the brassy color. Very pretty color in that stone, because it's like a greenish, kind of dark with black tones, a little bit of cream swirl. Super gorgeous. Okay, next we have 8 millimeter pink rhodonite round beads, 7-inch strand, $6.99 value. Ooh. Oh, that is so pretty. I love the darker, like the mauve pink. And of course we have lighter pink. We have green with an almost peachy color. But that's, rhodonite, so very nice. And of course this is a natural stone, so it will vary in color. And we even have a little bit of black speckles. Very shiny. A very pretty bead. Next, we have 8 millimeter Unikite round bead, 7-inch strand for $5.99. Ooh. Oh, I love this. We have green with swirls of peach or a pinky peach and a beigeish color and brownish. Very pretty. I mean, but look at, see, we have some that's very pinky peach and then some with just a little bit of swirls. Super pretty. And this is very earthy and natural to me. Very nice, and it looks so pretty with this, with these colors here. It goes very well. Next, we have Unikite Tumbled Nugget Beads, 15-inch strand, $7.99 value. Ooh. Ooh, I love this. It is so earthy. Very pretty. And I love these kind of beads that are, you know, random in shape. These nuggets like this. So see, we have several different sizes. So some are larger than others and, you know, just different shapes. Very pretty. I love the green with the pop of the peachish pink and beige. And this all is coming together so nicely, so pretty. Next we have 6mm faceted rhodonite round beads, 7-inch strand, $6.99. Ooh, this is gorgeous too, because these are faceted. So of course we have some sparkle, and we have the mauve with lighter pink. We have black, swirls of beige. Very nice, very sparkly. I mean, a nice stone with a little bit of sparkle. Super pretty. Oh my gosh, I just love this. I love this whole box already. But like I said, I always do. It never disappoints. Next we have rose quartz, a large nugget bead, 7-inch strand, $7.99. Ooh. Oh, wow. And I love nuggets. I mean, I just love the shape of these nugget beads because, like I said, they are just varying in size and shape. And the color is gorgeous because it's a very light pale pink with a creamy kind of clear. Very pretty. And there's the whole size. Super pretty. Here, hold on a second. There, just so you can see it a little bit better. Super pretty. I love the shape of these. Next, we have 8 pieces, 10mm rhodonite fluted melon beads, $5.99. Ooh. Oh, these are so pretty. I love these larger beads like this. I mean, look at this. It's like a pink tiger, you know, with the nice swirls and stripes. Very pretty. This one has more of a pink tone to it. And this one, look at it, is like almost black. And then, of course, here we have some beige with pink swirls. So definitely varying in color. But like I said, it is a natural stone. So, of course, it is going to vary in color. Very pretty. I mean, this is all just looking fantastic together. So pretty. I mean, you could use any of these together. Next, we have 8 pieces, 10 millimeter Unikite barrel beads, $4.99 value. Oh, okay. Super pretty. So we have the rhodonite fluted beads, and then we have the Unikite barrel beads. But again, I mean, look at the color variations. Super pretty. Green, and we have pinkish peach, which is more to me on the peach side. Very natural looking, very earthy, super pretty. Has a nice size hole. Gorgeous. Oh, and this one. This is gorgeous. Next, we have 8 millimeter crystal faceted fancy rondelle beads in rosaline. 7.5 inches of $4.99 value. And I mean, you guys, look at that sparkle. If you know me, you know I love the sparkle. It's a nice size strand. That gorgeous sparkle. I mean, you could just be anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's bright or dark outside or where you're at. I mean, you will see this sparkle. Super, super pretty. And it just adds, you know, that little touch of sparkle to this set. I mean, gorgeous. Next, oh, we have some more sparkle. 4 millimeter crystal faceted fancy rondelle beads in vintage pink mix, 7.5 inch, $4.49. I mean, you guys, the sparkle. We have to have sparkle. I mean, we have the gemstones, and then we have to have crystal. I mean, because that just brightens everything up and, of course, brings in the sparkle. Super pretty. I love this, you know, like clear crystal, and then we have the more opaque pink crystals. Very pretty, very sparkly, very much in love with the sparkle. Next, we have a 4 millimeter crystal faceted round beads, green with iris, 12-inch strand, $3.99. Ooh, this is super pretty. Ooh, I love this because we have green, but we also have like a peachish pink, you know, that goes perfectly with the Unikite and even perfect with the rhodonite. Oh, wow. This is so pretty. I mean, that is beautiful. Okay, you guys, let's go to the ball. We have the sparkle. I mean, wow. I mean, these colors together, just this pretty, you know, the green with the pink, the light pink. I mean, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go out. So pretty. Okay, next we have 4 pieces, 13 by 10 millimeter lampwork glass mushroom beads in forest green for a $3.99 value. Oh, these are cute. Oh, these are super cute. These cute little mushrooms that looked perfect with this set because we have the peach and the light green. It's so cute. I mean, you can't have a fairy tale without little cute little mushrooms. And does it say lampwork? Yes, these are cute lampwork mushrooms. And then there's the hole. It goes from the top to the bottom. So be very cute little charms. So cute. I mean, look at how cute and pretty that these look with this. Next, we have 33 by 23 millimeter brass locket pendant, copper floral swirl, $3.99. Very, ooh, look at that. So pretty. Look at that design on there, the pretty flowers etched in. And there we go. Very nice. Super pretty locket. Okay, next we have 16 pieces, 7 by 7.5 millimeter detailed round spacer beads, $3.49. Okay, so we have some nice spacer beads. These are really pretty. Look at the detail on these. And look at the hole. It has a nice size hole. These kind of remind me of the ones that came in Time Traveler, which I also loved those as well. Very pretty. I love the design. And I always like getting spacers and bead caps and chain in the bead kit because, you know, you could use those for any kind of a project. Okay, next we have 100 pieces, 3 millimeter round spacer beads, $1.99. Okay, and these are tiny, so we're not going to take out too many. Oh yeah, 100 pieces of these. Very nice beads. I'm going to actually put these back in the bag. Yeah, I'm already losing them. I know there's one around here somewhere. Okay, so we're going to leave these in here. Next, we have 6 pieces, 11 millimeter flower coin spacer beads, $2.99. So we have a lot of spacers. Ooh, and these are so cute in that really pretty copperish, bronzish, brassy color. Very pretty, very cute. 6 of these. I love these. Here's the hole. So it goes from side to side. Very cute. Next, we have 2 pieces, 30 by 21 millimeter ornate shield links, $2.99. Ooh, wow. These are so pretty. So detailed. Oh, wow. These are so pretty. I mean, it's on both sides. I love that. That pattern in here is so gorgeous. I mean, already, you know, these are make a nice pair of earrings. So pretty. And this is very nice and sturdy. I mean, it's very thick. Without being heavy, though. It's not heavy, but you could tell it's a very good quality. And so pretty. Okay, next we have 10 pieces. 17 by 11 millimeter round flower links, $2.99. So we have several spacers and we have links. I love it. Oh, these are so cute. Again, look at the detail on these links. So pretty. It's only one-sided, so that's the back, just nice and flat, but very pretty. I love the flower etched in here. Very pretty links. And again, it matches this perfectly. Okay, next we have two pieces, 20 by 19 millimeter fairy charms, $1.99 value. So we have our little mushroom charms, and now we have some metal fairy charms. And again, a very nice detail. And that is the back. So it's just one-sided. Very cute. Okay, next we have some metal clasps. And this doesn't have any information on it, but obviously I know it's clasped. So we get two pair of these. Oh, wow, that is so pretty. I love the design on this. And even the bar has a pretty design. So Fairytale Romance like. So pretty. I love that. Next, we have 8 millimeter flower bead caps, $2.99. And again, bead caps as well. I love receiving bead caps because they are good for anything you do. And these are definitely a nice quality. They're very sturdy and has a very nice flowery pattern design. Very nice. Next, we have 1 meter, 5 by 7 by 3 by 8 millimeter, and 3 by 2 by 2 millimeter Figaro jewelry chain, $4.99. And again, chain is always something I like receiving in the box. So nice, very pretty. I mean, it goes perfectly with the items in this box. And of course, it is nice and long because it is 1 meter. So very nice. Okay, you guys, well, here is Bargain Bead Box for the month of February 2026, Fairytale Romance. I absolutely love this box. I mean, I love the very pretty natural nature theme of this. I love the pinks with the brownish beige. I love the unikite. I love the rondonite. I love the spacers, the pendants, the charms, everything. I mean, it is so gorgeous. And I am going to come up with and of course, I love the sparkly crystals. So I'm going to go ahead and come up with a design from the contents of this box, and I'm so excited to design something with it. So stay tuned, and I will be right back. I'm going to get everything cleaned up and get my items together, and I will meet you back here in just a minute. Okay, beaders, so we are going to create a multi-strand bracelet with Fairytale Romance. I absolutely love this collection and love these beads, so I really want to incorporate as many of them as I can into the bracelet, but still make it balanced. Okay, and the items that you're going to need to complete this bracelet is 0.45 millimeter beading wire. I have 6 crimped tubes, 6 clam shells. I have the clasp that came in the Bargain Bead Box. You will need some head pins in the copper color. And then I have flush cutters, bent nose pliers, round nose pliers, and needle nose pliers. And then you will also need some bead stoppers. And then, of course, assortment of the beads from Bargain Bead Box, which we are going to go through in just a minute. Now you're going to go ahead and cut your beading wire, the 0.45 millimeter. You're going to cut 3 strands at 15 inches long, each strand. I went ahead and pre-strung my bracelets off camera so that we can focus more on design choices instead of you watching me repetitive stringing. I mean, I know you all know how to string on wire. Go ahead and walk you through each strand and explain why I put them together the way that I did. So the first strand, the top strand, is my earthy anchor. I use more so the unikite beads. So this is the unikite strand. So I have the 8mm unikite. I have the unikite barrel beads. And then of course I had to add some sparkles. So I put in a few of the green crystals with a little bit of peach color on them, which is extremely pretty. And then I did put in a couple of the rhodonite, and that was just to brighten this up and then bring in some of the pink since it's all throughout the other strands in the bracelet. And then a few of the unikite little nugget beads here. And then I tied it all in with the copper brassy spacers on each end. Now the middle strand is definitely my romantic statement strand. I used more of the rhodonite, so I have the 8mm rhodonite here, and then I have the rhodonite fluted melon bead, so I have one of those surrounded by 2 of the bead caps, and then of course I had to add a little bit of sparkle with the pink crystals, and then I added a few of the faceted rhodonite round beads, and then of course it does have the copper at the end. It's so pretty. So this is my beading pattern. Now my bottom strand is definitely lighter and softer, which helps balance out the other 2 strands. As you can see, I brought in my rose quartz nugget beads, and then I brought back in the rhodonite beads. So I have the rounds and the faceted beads. And then of course I have the brassy spacers once again to tie everything together so it all flows. And I think these strands look absolutely beautiful and look perfect together because we have a balance of all the colors and the gemstones, the beads. I think it looks fantastic. And now we're going to go ahead and bring all 3 strands together. We're going to put on crimp tubes and clamshells on each strand. And then we're going to finish it off with our clasp. And I really, really love this toggle clasp. I think it looks very pretty and elegant and is beautiful with these beads. So that's how we're going to finish this off. Okay, beaders, well, I went ahead and made my strands a little smaller. So I took some beads off of each strand because we do have to compensate for the toggle clasp and then our clamshells. And of course, there's going to be jump rings. So I usually always pretty much end up making the bracelets too big. So I don't want to make them too big. I mean, I would rather actually make them on the smaller side because then we could always add jump rings, you know, to the toggle clasp to extend it a little more. Now from my top strand, my unikite strand, I took off 2 of the 8mm unikites. Okay, so that was right in there. And then from my middle strand, my romantic strand, I took off 1 of the rhodonite round beads, the 8mm, and then 1 of the faceted beads, and then also a spacer. And then from my bottom strand, I took off some of my rose quartz nuggets. Okay, so I just wanted you guys to know that. And since I took the beads off, the strands now measure about 5 3/4 of an inch, which is actually much better because, like I said, we still have to add the clamshells and jump rings and the toggle clasp. So that would make it way too big had I not taken those beads off. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and start with the top one and close this off. So I'm going to take my bead stopper off, and then I'm going to feed a clamshell on my wire. Make sure your clamshell is opened all the way, like that. And feed it on the wire and take it all the way down to that bead, like that. And then I'm going to take one of my crimp tubes and feed it on the wire until it goes inside the clamshell. Like that. And then I'm going to take my bent nose pliers. You can use whatever pliers you have. And I'm going to squeeze my crimp tube. So I'm going to crimp it closed so that the beads will stay on. So just give it a good squeeze, nice and tight. And then I'm going to squeeze it one more time so that the crimp tube folds up. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then give it a pull on that side to make sure that it is crimped well. See, the beads are not going anywhere. Okay, so that side is good and crimped. And if you know me, you know I'm going to use some brush-on glue. Make sure it is nice and tight before you cut the cord. So first I'm going to take my flush cutters and cut the wire just right above the crimp tube. And now I'm going to take my brush-on glue and brush it right on top of the crimp and inside the clamshell, just to make sure that it is double secure. And of course, you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. And now you can close the clamshell up. And it'll be nice and secure since we crimped it and put the glue at the end. And make sure your bracelet can bend. So go ahead and bend it first before you put the other crimp tube on, because if it's not bent and has some space in between the beads, then your necklace or bracelet, whatever you're making, will break because there will be, the beads won't be able to move. So you need to make sure you have a bend in the wire before you crimp both edges. Clamshell. Crimp tube. And then go ahead and bend it. Make sure you have that bend in it before you crimp it. Make sure you take it all the way down though. Make sure everything is secure. You don't want a big gap in your bracelet. And then go ahead and squeeze it. And then we're going to take it the other way and squeeze one more time to fold the crimp tube in half. Just squeeze it really good. And we have some good bend movement in here. Now we're going to go ahead and cut our cord. Okay. Make a loop. And we can cut that a tad bit more because we don't want this sticking out. Okay. Okay, and then you can close that. Okay, that's good. It is secure. The beads are not going anywhere. Okay, and I'm just going to continue and do the last two, and I will be right back. Okay, beater, so I got all my strands finished off, and I really love this look. I love these beads and this whole collection and these bracelets. So far, it looks beautiful. So I'm really, really happy with this. So now we're going to go ahead and put on, actually we're going to grab a larger jump ring. See, we need 2 larger jump rings. And that's to attach all 3 of our strands to 1 jump ring on each side. Okay, now first we need to attach each of our strand to a jump ring. And I have this smaller size here. I'm not exactly sure what size this is. And it is in the bronzy, brassy color. Okay, so this is how you open and close a jump ring. So you just want to go up and down, never out like that. Okay, so I'm going to take my jump ring and then place it in between both of the loops on the clamshell. And then you can close that. And you always want to make sure your jump rings are good and closed. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side. Take your jump ring, through both loops, and then close it up. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that with the other 2 strands. Okay, so now I have each of my strands done. The ends are completed. Looks really good. And I really love how this looks together. So pretty. Okay, now we're going to take a larger jump ring to each side. So like this size. And then I'm going to put my bottom strand first. And then I'm going to put my middle strand on. And then my top strand. So that way that'll be the way that it lays on your wrist. And then close it up good. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Oopsie. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, I love it because, you know, it's a variety of the beads. It's, you know, the colors are beautiful. We have different sizes and texture, which is, you know, how I always pretty much like to string. So I really like that. It's super pretty. I'm going to go ahead and add another jump ring. And this is to attach our clasp. So now I'm going to add this to this side here, and I'm going to attach it to the larger jump ring that we just put on. And then I'm going to put my clasp, actually, I think we need a bigger jump ring here. Okay, now I'm going to attach my clasp. That. And then we can attach this to here. So attach the clasp jump ring to the larger jump ring that's connected to all the other jump rings, like that. Okay, make sure the bracelet is laying how you want it to lay so that your strands are in the right position. And then I'm going to attach that jump ring and then attach my bar and then close this up. Make sure it is all the way closed. Now see how this has a slight opening. Now anything open like that could cause things to fall off. So you always want to be mindful. Yes, super pretty. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I love, love, love it. So pretty. Okay, let me try this on. Okay, guys. Well, this is the bracelet. It is so pretty. And I'm so glad that I actually decided to make the strands smaller because otherwise it would be way too big. So what do you guys think? I really love this. I love these strands together. I love the way that it's designed. So pretty. I mean, we have the pink, the green, the peach with the bronze. So some of each of the colors and the beautiful gemstones with the beautiful copper. So pretty. Okay, and then of course we are going to make a little dangle for the side. I really like it and I think it fits perfect. Okay, first let me tell you, I changed out the jump rings here. So the main jump ring that holds all of our strands together and then the jump ring on the clasp. I went ahead and changed the jump ring out because the ones that were on there were very thin. So I wanted something thicker, and I did actually forget that I had this in my stash, these nice thicker jump rings. So I think this will be a lot better because, you know, we don't want the jump ring that holds all the strands together to easily, you know, be able to come apart. So I changed those on both sides. Okay, and then to make charms now for our bracelet, little dangles, you're just going to take a head pin, and then I'm using these, you know, green crystals that came in the box. I'm going to put the bead on the head pin, And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers and bend this toward me. And then you're going to take that back around the top loop of your round nose pliers. And then take your pliers out and reposition it to the bottom ring now. And then you're going to bend the wire across that wire there. So the wire that's on the bottom of the round nose pliers, you're going to bend the wire across that, and then you're just going to wrap the wire around a couple of times. And I'm not doing this in any kind of special way. It doesn't have to be neat. You all know I like my jewelry like just a, boho kind of a way. So I'm not really particular and picky with my wraps being neat and all that. Actually, I do like them kind of a little messy, I guess you could say. So then just go ahead and, so I wrap that 3 times and then go ahead and cut your wire off. The rest of the remaining wire, you're cutting that off. And then take your pliers and just squeeze that down so there's no sharp edges. There you go. And then you could, adjust your loop if you need to, just kind of straighten it up some. And that's it. So I'm going to make a couple of these beads, these little charms to dangle. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a few more. So I'm probably going to have about 10 to 12 of them. And then I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. And we're almost done. Okay, so I have 12 of my little charms that I made. And you're going to take a jump ring, and this doesn't have to be large. And I'm going to attach my charms to the jump rings.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put 2 charms on. And then you can close this up. And then I'm going to take another jump ring. Put on 2 charms. And then I'm going to attach this to the main jump ring that these are both attached to. And attach that. Close that up. And then I already have some that I made and attached 2 jump rings, so I'm going to attach this. My cat's over there squealing. Okay, I'm going to attach my little dangle to another jump ring. And then I'm going to attach this. Make sure this is good. Okay. I'm going to attach my jump ring here on my dangles to the same jump ring that our strands are attached to. And then go ahead and close this up. Like that. Like that. So pretty. And now I'm thinking I want to attach our little fairy as well. Is that going to be too much? Okay, I'm going to attach the fairy to this side. Okay, so now we have our little fairy charm and our little dangles. So I'm going to go ahead and try this on and make sure everything is laying okay, and make sure that we don't need to make any kind of adjustments. Okay, beaders, well, here is the final look. And I don't know, I might take the fairy off and do without it or reposition it somehow. I don't know, but I do like the dangles. I think that looks really good. And I like the bracelet. Everything looks fine. It fits well. So pretty. I mean, I love the Bargain Bead Box collection for this month. Fairytale Romance. Well, you guys, let me know what you think. And please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel for more beading fun. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.